and all this note said was, "Eyes blue." I left it there for probably like a month and didn't write a single word to it. Alright, so the way that I started writing this song, really I just sat down. Most of the way I write every song is I just find a chord progression that I really like. I'll add sounds or beatboxing or other guitar layers, and it was super simple. Literally the song is just 2 chords back and forth, and then with a little bass line. A lot of the inspiration from the song came from, I was just spitballing lyrics. One of those first lines when I'm talking about the skies that will follow, I needed to have something that rhymed with follow, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was Apollo. It's like, that's not even that bad. I Googled Apollo, and then I found a whole bunch of things about him. So the chorus all came from the story of Apollo and Hyacinth. Then I just looped Bloom. All the harmonies came live when I was looping it. So, bloom, 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 bloom. Then in between each bloom, I just started saying stuff, and it formed into the way that it is now. And I couldn't be happier the way that it turned out. Eyes blue, like the ocean full of water. Eyes blue, like the skies that will follow you to the place you always dreamed of. Come with me, take my hand, I'm like Apollo, gonna do some things. And just lay back, relax, and follow as we watch the flowers. This first verse all came from the idea of this note that I put on my phone. That's pretty much how I come up with any of the topics. I'll just write a super quick note, and all this note said was, "Eyes blue." I left it there for probably like a month and didn't write a single word to it. If you've seen some seriously beautiful blue eyes, they're kind of mesmerizing. And that's what I'm singing about. It's just these mesmerizing blue eyes and trying to find out with words to describe that, and then trying to be like, hey, with those beautiful blue eyes, I gotta woo you. If you come with me, I'll show you the place you've always dreamed of. I really think that's what it's just about, is just having the confidence in approaching a person, especially for somebody you think is very attractive, with these beautiful blue eyes. Bloom, I'll write to you, and the flowers bloom. Even in the rain, all the flowers bloom. When you're feeling pain, so the flowers bloom. I'll write to you, and the flowers. The chorus, like I said earlier, is super simple. It's just talking about the story of Hyacinth, a friend of Apollo. The "I'll write to you and the flowers bloom," that's where that came from. And so then I just expanded on that. I'm a huge fan of handwritten letters, and I always try to do that, family, friends, anybody. I wanted to encapsulate that into a song, and I'm writing to this beautiful blue-eyed human. And so I just wanted to talk about how, regardless of, it raining outside, the weather not being great, and the weather could mean, actual weather or just a season in your life, or, when you're feeling pain, when you're struggling, like, I'll still write to you, and also the flowers will still bloom. Another season is on the horizon, I'm there for you, all these kinds of things. Yeah, the chorus is me telling this to someone specifically, but I wanted to write it so that you can sing this to anybody. Whether it's somebody you're in a relationship with or somebody that's just a friend of yours, that you can say, I'll write to you, and the flowers, they're still gonna bloom. Even when you're feeling pain, I'm still gonna write to you. The flowers are still gonna bloom. The seasons are still gonna change. That's really what it's all about. Let me sing to you in the morning, the words I'll be writing when you're snoring. Then poetry in the evening, I'll make you guess all the meanings. When you lay with me, steady breathing, there's no denying this feeling. Let's close our eyes and we'll be dreaming about how the flowers. Singing to you in the morning, I love to sing, even if I'm kind of just joking around with somebody. The words I'll be writing when you're snoring, I'm thinking of lyrics 24/7. So I could be literally laying in bed, getting ready to sleep, and then all of a sudden, words and ideas are just coming to me, and I'll be sitting there on my phone or in my notebook just writing all these kind of words. So most of the time, those come at 2, 3 a.m., either when I wake up or I can't sleep or whatever that is. And poetry in the evening, I stole that idea from The Bridge, which I'll talk about later. One of the muses from Apollo was writing in poetry form. Poetry in the evening, I just thought would be fitting. Music in the morning, poetry in the evening, to balance each other out. And I'll make you guess all the meanings. I always think there's this really magical way that poetry leaves it up for interpretation, just like songs do. Just like the meaning behind songs is open to interpretation a lot of the time. I'll make you guess the meanings of the poetry or the songs that I write, the poetry that I write, whatever, or the poetry that you write. Whatever this is for you, I want that to come true, and I want you to be able to sing that or tell that to somebody. Lay with me and we'll be dreaming. That's as simple as laying down with me and thinking about something cool, something beautiful. Our lives together, the way that the seasons will change, the way that the flowers will bloom, just like the way that our love will bloom. That's so corny, I know, but that's what I felt when I was writing the song. Poetry, history, musical, and tragedy. I could read them all, even write them if I'm actually serious about everything that's come so naturally. Put them all aside, drop your things, come and dance with me. Come and dance with me, put them all aside, drop your things, come and dance with me. Come and dance with me. Come and dance as the flowers. I just took 4 out of the 7 of Apollo's muses and I put them into this track, and I thought that it sounded good. And so I wanted to just roll with that. That first line completely came from there, those muses, and just my interpretation of that. I had no idea what to say about those muses. I just know that the way that it flowed in a way different pace than the rest of the song flows, I liked. And so I was going to keep it. So I was going to write whatever I needed to keep that. So I can read all of those different genres, but I can also write them. I view my work as all of these different experiences, and these muses, I think, are things that I try and exemplify in my music or my writing or whatever that is. The way that I write comes naturally, I like to think. Sometimes I have writer's block. I'm not perfect in that regard. I struggle with writing all the time, but a lot of times it comes naturally, or the way that I play comes naturally. Ultimately, I just want you to put those things aside and come and dance with me. Like, we could talk about the things that I like and the things that you like or that we're talented at all day long till we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, I just want you to come dance with me, have a good time.